Greetings, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and you are watching the Cardboard Da Vinci YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in, and here's my latest project. This is something you can easily make out of a cardboard box. It is with the FIFA World Cup here in America. We're having a lot of fun. I've been watching videos and enjoying it, so I thought it'd be nice to make a little cardboard soccer pitch. In English, we call this a soccer field, but the rest of the world calls it a football pitch. So we made a football pitch or a soccer field out of a single box, and you can play soccer, play football, make up your own rules, I guess. You want to use however you want to do it. Make up your own rules. But I show you how to make the field and everything, and how to make it nice, and how to make it strong so it can take some use. Also, I've got this here. This is the scoreboard. You can do this too if you want, The scoreboard. I give you this, and I give you the template for this, for the goals, and the scoreboard and the wheels. You can, if you want to make those, I give you those. So right here, you can print those and download them. The link is in the description of this video down below. You can get that. But have some fun, and this is very adaptable to any rectangular sized box of just about any height. So have fun making this project if you want to play a little football or soccer on a pitch or a field. Thanks. Let's launch into we'll do the intro, and then we'll launch into how I made it. It's really easy to make. Thanks. So let's get started. Any type of rectangular box will be fine for this project, although it should have a minimum of side height of 6 inches, and I'll explain to you why. A 160 Amazon 160 box is great for this, or a 2A6. But like I said, any rectangular box is probably going to be fine. The bigger the box, the bigger your playing field. So like I said, we want hopefully a minimum of 6 inches. Because what we're going to do is we're going to cut that and fold it over to make it nice and strong. But first, let's remove all those flaps off the top of the box. And I'm going to show you a few things about the playing field. So I use my handy X-Acto knife. I often use that a lot. But also, I do love my Canary cardboard cutting knife. Canary makes a series of cutting tools specifically for cardboard. It really is nice. You can hear that beautiful cutting sound. They're pretty safe cutters too. I'll put a link to the Canary knife if you want one, and through Amazon, an affiliate link through Amazon in the description. So now you have excuse me. Now you have a couple of options when it comes to the playing field. You can remove the tape off the box and then invert those flaps. This is probably the easiest thing you can do. Invert the flaps so the large flaps are on top in terms of the field. I'll show you. I had a little trouble with this box, but there you go. See now the flaps, and you can now just glue those in place or tape them in place, and that would be your playing field with a little bit of a space in the middle there. But that's the easiest way to do it. Another thing you could do is, if you had access to larger pieces of cardboard, you could just cut one beautiful piece of cardboard and put it in the bottom of the box. That would be the best looking, but I didn't have one available. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it back to the normal way the flaps are, and I'm going to cut one of the flaps that we cut off the box, one of the small flaps. I'm going to cut that to size and then glue it in there like this. So now we have a pretty reasonable playing field. And the more perfect you can get that cut, the better your playing field will be. But there we go. So we got the playing field done. Now let's do the sides. It's about 3 inches and 3 inches. Cut all 4 corners of the box. And then fold those over. So what happens is you get a nice strong side walls to the whole game, I guess you would call it, the field. And see, I've already folded over a couple of them. But now to facilitate the folding, what you should do is use an X-Acto knife or a hobby knife to cut this line here. I'll show you this right here. See this line? Cut that just through the top layer of paper. And then you fold it over. It's easy to fold over and nice and strong, and then glue that in place like this. So now we've got a really strong and durable game that's going to last. I like it. Boy, you know, I got a really big box that's like twice the size of this box. I want to make a project. I could have done this, but I don't know. I'm going to come up with something special for that big box. Anyway, let's paint the playing field. Nice green color. I just used some really inexpensive paint that I have. It looks really good. I like it. And then now here's the only real challenge I consider to this whole project in terms of having the materials is the white to paint the field. And I have white markers, but if you don't have white markers, you could use white pencil. If you don't have white pencil, you know, use another color. Even black, if you know, use a black Sharpie if you have to. Or I know some other color, but white is the best because that's the official color. I just drew those all in. And here, I'm going to give you a diagram that I got off of Wikipedia. So you can pause the video if you are making this project. You can pause the video and see what the field looks like. There you go. So pause here if you want to copy that, which is what I did. And it isn't quite done yet there, but you see what I'm doing. So I ended up finishing off all of that. I'll show you that. But here, now I give you the template. You can print it up, make the little goals out of cardboard, fold them up, glue them, and then glue them in place. And I would imagine you can guess where they go. Mine are 3 inches wide. You know, if your playing field is a lot larger, you might want to make your goals a little bit larger. And now the scoreboard. And the scoring wheels, that's all in the template. You cut out that scoreboard and you use a spray adhesive to adhere it to cardboard. And these little wheels, I used a push pin to push through and use them as the pushing back's like a little rotating dial. I'll kind of show you here. But see, there's a push pins holding those wheels in place. So I can actually grab that push pin and rotate it. You push it through, put a dab of glue on the back, and it works really well. Keep score. So there we go. Let's finish off this game, and that's it. You are ready to play World Cup soccer. You know, now that I think about it, I should have made a trophy. I should have made a World Cup trophy. You make one. If you're going to make this game and you're going to have fun playing soccer or football, make yourself a cardboard World Cup trophy. All right. Thanks for watching. More stuff coming.
Yes, he's right.